Tshepisong in Roodepoort. It's understood they are grade 3 pupils. Now, in Tshwane, in Soshanguve, 3 men who've been accused of selling marijuana-laced muffins to primary school pupils were in court today, applying for bail, but they were denied. Our senior reporter, Silindelo Masikane, was there following the story. She's back now, joining me now live here in our studios. Welcome back, Silindelo. Another really sad case, yes, of this. Can we start with Tshepisong, yes, the one that's the latest? What do we know about the pupils of Tshepisong? What happened?
Well, at this stage, Bradan, we are still awaiting a fully detailed statement with regards to that incident that happened today, Bradan. But what we do understand at this stage is this morning, in fact, we were informed that more than 60 learners in 2 different areas, namely in Winterveld, as well as another area in Pretoria. We understood that there had been more than 60 learners that had been hospitalized yesterday, also after eating foods that they had consumed after buying it from local shops or vendors from outside of the school. At that stage, we were still waiting for court proceedings to begin in terms of the trio that's accused of selling cannabis-laced muffins to learners. And right after the judgment was delivered, the Gauteng education spokesperson then started receiving calls and information about another group of learners in Tshepisong who had also allegedly consumed food that they had bought from outside of the school, allegedly at a local tuck shop that was nearby. At that point, the information was that the children had been rushed to the nearest hospital. From what we understand, it was grade 3 learners, but shortly and soon after, Steve Mabona then received a call to confirm that at least 1 pupil had passed away. So we know that investigations are underway in terms of the police opening an investigation, as well as internal investigations by the Gauteng Education Department. Let's take a listen.
Yes, indeed, we can confirm that there's about 7 learners from one school in Tshepisong who were rushed to clinic, and then from clinic they rushed to a local hospital. 7 of them, 5 were then transferred later to another hospital that is a regional hospital in the area, and we have 1 that is in the Leratong. Unfortunately, there's 1 learner who then passed away. It was confirmed that he's passed away. So we're talking about grade 3 children here. You can understand that we are quite concerned as a department. It's quite sad what is really happening in and around our schools.
It's a tragedy, more than being sad. I think it's a tragedy because from one situation in Naledi in Soweto a few weeks ago, now we got more and more. While we are attending to one case with these 3 Soshanguve boys, this information comes from Tshepisong and then Winterveld, as you said. Now, in terms of these 3 young men from Soshanguve who've been accused of selling marijuana-laced muffins to a group of pupils, what happened in court? They were applying for bail today.
So they applied for bail about 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, Bradan, where, of course, they told the court about their personal circumstances. But what's difficult for their situation is that they are, of course, facing 43 counts of attempted murder. This is a Schedule 5 offense, meaning the onus is on the accused to tell the court why the interests of justice permit their release on bail. And according to the magistrates, they just simply didn't do enough or present enough to show the court that, they would not evade their trial, that, the interests of justice, in essence, do permit their release.
They're not a flight risk.
They're not a flight risk. Those exceptional circumstances that need to be presented were simply not there. The ages between the 3 accused is 19 and 21. So they're very young as well. And I can tell you that when that magistrate delivered that judgment, it was quite emotional. I think they just really weren't expecting it. You could see them getting quite teary, wanting to cry, but I think what the magistrate also considered was the fact that the accused do live in and around the area of where the victims are also based, and there is a fear that they could intimidate witnesses, etc. And so the magistrate felt that it was not in the interest to permit their release. At this stage, the matter has been postponed for further investigations, and the 3 accused will be back in court in December. Let's take a listen to the magistrate.
All the factors, including personal circumstances of the applicants are found to be commonplace, not exceptional. The evidence before this court strongly suggests that stringent bail conditions will not afford an adequate safeguard against the likelihood of the aforesaid eventuality. Therefore, insofar as the applicant's bail is concerned, the interest of justice demands that bail be refused in respect of all the applicants and that they have failed to discharge the onus rested on them, justifying their release on bail in the interest of justice.